He said there, after a long time, he returned and to find out what his servants had done. Another version says to find out what their profits were. He called, now check that out. He left for a time, give them some time to do something with what he had given them, but then he returned. That tells me there's going to be a day when he's coming back. And what's the first thing he does when he comes back? He calls his servants and asks, what's your profit? What have you done? I've given you all of these gifts. I've given you prosperity. I've given you a measure. What have you done with the measure that I've given you? And you know what the temptation always is for us? The temptation is to always say, well, I didn't get what he got. I didn't get what she got. You know, God is not Bernie Sanders. There is no socialism in God's kingdom. It's not one person. We all get the equal amount. Everybody gets to say, no, no, no. God says, you work with what I give you. I give you more. And, oh, this will make some people mad. He said, you're not doing with what you've been given. I take from that person and I give it to the person who's doing something with what I've given them. Shall never pass away. So, the word is my normal. I'm not going to accept some new normal because my old normal was doing me pretty good. Amen? My old normal was working pretty good. And so I don't have to accept, well, now, you know, you can't expect any raises. You can't expect any promotions right now. You can't expect to have more right now. Says who? Now, that might be your normal, but you don't know about my God. And you don't know that He is still Jehovah Jireh. He is still Jehovah Rapha. He is still the Lord God who supplies all my needs. COVID hadn't canceled the promises of God. Let me give you one more. Go into chapter 10. There was a plague of locusts, and then a plague of darkness in verse 21 of chapter 10. Darkness, complete darkness, so dark, so thick that you can't even see the person next to you. Can you imagine that level of darkness? But yet, here's this plague of darkness that has come upon the whole land. But verse 23, during all that time, the people could not see each other, and no one moved, but there was light as usual where the people of Israel lived. But there was light as usual where the people of Israel lived. There may be a level of darkness in this world. There may be a level of darkness that's going on right now outside the walls of this church. But I want to get you to stretch your faith and believe that you are going to have blessing as usual in 2021. You're going to have favor as usual in 2021. We're not going to accept some new normal to where now the people of God have to learn how to live with the darkness. How we have to learn to live with all of the stuff that everybody else has to live with. No. I am not of this world. You do not get it. I am not of this world. I'm not limited. My God's not limited by the words of man. Hello, somebody. I think somebody needs to hear this today. Being a child of God gives us that level of divine immunity. So this is how God's people can expect to live in 2021. And you may say, Brother Ronnie, that's impossible. That's impossible. It's not. It can't happen for me. It can't happen. I don't see how something like that can happen for somebody. Well, Jesus said in Matthew 9:29, according to your faith. According to your faith, be it done unto you. So, if you say, Brother Ronnie, that sure sounds good or what have you, but I could never believe to be promoted on my job when everybody's losing their job. Well, according to your faith, be it unto you. See, if somebody's going to get a promotion, why not the child of God?